JoshieBear plays Minecraft.
What is going on, everyone? It's JoshieBear, and we are playing the Minecraft. That is right. I said that pretty quickly. Playing the Minecraft. Anyway, we have got a lot planned for this episode. We spent a lot of time exploring. In the last episode, I did a little bit after that. I was done recording that to try to get some caves lit up because I don't want to do that later. But today we're going to do a little bit of grinding and also a little bit of building because I have a project that I've already started work on. And when I say already started work on, well, I've basically just placed some bookshelves in an enchanting table. That's right, we are going to get started on our enchanting room. But what good is an enchanting room without an XP farm? Which means we're going to get the skeleton farm operational. I don't know that we're going to decorate today because there's a lot of decoration that I want to do in this episode. And then finally, which in no particular order are these projects going to be, I do want to kind of build like a pathway that wraps kind of back around to there. So that way I'm not obstructing any of this, and I don't have to take my boat just for this little bit of distance. And I think we can get ourselves a nice little wood bridge that kind of almost like a rainbow that goes right in front of this waterfall. And you might have noticed I've moved the water feature that was naturally here because I knew I was going to build this bridge, and I've moved it over here, and I really like it there. We might end up throwing a few leaves up there later just to kind of give it like that. It's a waterfall. It's wet there. Vegetation's gonna grow, make it look a little bit more natural. I didn't want it to obstruct this view too much, but if you come out here and look, it doesn't look that bad. I really enjoy how this has turned out. Look at that. I think it looks nice. But I think the first thing I want to do today is get our entrance to the skeleton farm decided. Because I want to make sure that I have it facing in a way that makes sense. Now, it's going to be underground, so it's not like, oh, well, it's facing the wrong way. But I do want it to be where I come into it from this area. And when I go down, I'm facing the farm. And when I come back up, I'm facing home. So that way I'm not like, oh, where am I? That is just so annoying. So if we come down here, and you'll probably notice that I've already done a little bit of work down here to try to get things started. And there's where I'm thinking, because this ladder is actually facing away from our home area. So if we have our entrance in this area here, which means I'm going to have to kind of cut this out just a little bit to give me a little bit more space as far as decoration goes. But I think we have our up and down over here, right? So we have one is going to be a bubble vader going up, and the other's really just going to be a drop chute with a water source block up here. Once we have that sorted out, then we can really start to figure out what we want to do as far as making this a functioning farm. In my head, I'm already thinking that I think the skeletons will actually flow this way, and then up into a bubble column, like right in this area, and I'm going to have them drop in around here. That should give me enough space along here for some storage as well, which will make the redstone and the hopper lines that we'll eventually put in, and make that a much easier to manage, less resources, and we can build that as far up and back as we want. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on those things. Start getting the floor dug out so we can get our water channels planned out. For you, I'll be back within a second, but for me, I don't know. This might take a little bit. So as you can see from the area in front of you, our skeleton farm is operational now. It's not very pretty. By any means is this not pretty. But we'll get to that later. There's some other building that I want to do in this episode that isn't here, but I wanted to get this up and running so I could get some levels, so that way we could at least try out our new enchanting area when it's done, and start collecting bones and bone meal and arrows and bows to see if maybe we can get something put together, because I really need a bow. All right, so now that we have some levels, I think it's time for us to move on today and see if we can get some gear enchanted. My most immediate concern are pickaxes. It's the tool that you use the most when gathering resources. This wheat field is so big. And I left my boat back over here. So again, my most immediate concern as far as tools and armor go is pickaxes. Because you use it more than just about any other tool that you have. My sword would be also nice to enchant, but I really would like to focus on the pickaxes today, because I really only have a limited amount of diamonds, and I'd like to be able to enchant some fresh ones here. So I'm gonna dig into my diamond resources. This is it's a little rough. That's really rough. I'm gonna have to do some resource gathering, but I would really like to have myself a couple nice pickaxes here. So I'm gonna go ahead and make 2 of them. Got my lapis, and we are going to come over here. Actually, we're gonna sleep. As I was saying, we're going to come over here to our enchanting setup and see what we can get for our first enchantments of the series. All right. Don't fail me now. Fortune 2. Garbage. All right, I'm going to pop down a crafting table here, make myself a wooden shovel, and see if we can kind of take care of this real quick. All right, efficiency 2. And there's our advancement. All right, so now let's see what kind of... Fortune 2. Still only getting Fortune 2 out of the pickaxes. About my axe. You know what? I think we will spin the level. Yeah, that's not a bad... Unbreaking 2. Okay. Could be worse. Efficiency 3? These are terrible. All right, another shovel. Wow. Okay, let's try again here. Unbreaking 3. Okay, that might not be too bad. I think we're gonna try it here. What'd you give me? Just Unbreaking 3. Okay. How about this next pickaxe? Fortune 3. Okay, that could be worthwhile. Boom. Oh, yes. There we go. All right, so I like this pick. That's going to be nice for resource gathering. All right, one more pickaxe. Unbreaking 3. Nope. I think what we'll do... Do I want to waste another shovel here? What about my sword? Sweeping Edge 3. It's only got 4... I might have to do it. What'd you give me? Bane of... Well, at least it has Sweeping Edge on it. I'm going to need to get myself a grindstone in here. But we did get a fortune pickaxe, which is nice. Actually, what is the next? Is it Silk Touch? Efficiency 4. That might not be too bad. So I might go grab a couple more levels here. But we did get ourselves a really nice Fortune 3 pickaxe, which is going to be incredibly helpful moving forward. Now I just need to get mending on it. All right, let's try one last time on the enchanting table. See what we can get out of this. Looks like we're going to get an efficiency 4. We might be able to get a decent... pickaxe out of this. Another fortune. All right, so could have 2 fortune pickaxes here. Yeah, that's not too bad. I can combine those on an anvil, and we can make that work. We'll call this cash money, but we'll be cool about it. Cash money. There we go. Cash money. And I think maybe we'll call this one I don't know. Side hustle? Do we call it side hustle? Yeah, I think we call it side hustle. But all the S's have to be $signs. There we go. Side hustle. All right, so we'll keep cash money on us. We'll put side hustle away for right now because it is, well, the side hustle, right? All right, so at the moment, this room looks a little blah. It's just blah. Blah. But I think we can do some things to dress this up. And I've got some blocks that I want to try to use. Now, I did go into the nether and get myself a bunch of soul sand, a bunch of magma blocks. And I did get some black stone. I think I might want to use this instead of deep slate. Because it has a purplish hue to it. And I would like to use some amethyst blocks. I don't want to walk on it. Although it might be nice to hear it as you walk in. Like ding, 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 ding. But I think I'd rather it be in the walls. So what I would be looking at is maybe some blackstone brick. And I want to mix in some of this blue terracotta. I went to the mesa, got us a little bit of terracotta. But just to kind of give us an idea of what it might look like here. Our wall might actually be something like this. And like this. So I went 4. So it kind of looks like a giant nether portal, right? But what we would do is kind of cut it out a little bit there. And I think I would like to have the amethyst kind of lining it like this. And then we use this blue terracotta to kind of line it. See what that looks like. That's not too bad. I think we could do something a little bit more with it. But I do have, and I think this might be a little big. Let's try it on the other side here real quick. Let's see what it kind of feels like. I think there's some detail work that we'll definitely need to put into everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And we went all the way up the side of the wall like this. Yeah, there we go. All right, so I'm curious what this is going to look like together. Actually, I kind of like that. I think I want to use soul lanterns in here instead of just regular lanterns or torches. Let's see here. I think if we keep kind of going along that pattern. So I'm gonna work this out just a little bit more, see if I like the results, and I'll come back. All right, so I ran out of black stone, so I'll need to go back to the nether and get some more, but I really I think I like this. I do want to change this up a little bit with maybe doing instead blackstone bricks instead of just the regular blackstone. But I like how the blue terracotta and the amethyst work together. I will be adding one more here, and then our back wall will likely be, I would probably put it here, and I want the back wall to kind of be like a bigger display. So if we had blackstone here, right? Maybe we have blackstone there. I don't know. But I'm gonna figure out this back wall. But I kind of want it to be like the bottom of it in line with the back of this, and kind of have some candles and things like that in it. Maybe even bring it inward a little bit. I don't know. I'm gonna figure this out. But I like where it's going. We're gonna make some changes, and I'll show you when I finish up the walls. All right, it's time for the big reveal. I think we found a look that we can all be happy with. Well, I guess it's just me that needs to be happy with it. But I think I found it. And here it is. Our enchanting room. Really, I really wasn't sure how this mixture was going to work out, but looking at it now and seeing how it's all come together. We've got blackstone and blackstone brick mixed in with the deep slate brick. We got the blue. This is actually blue terracotta, purple carpet, and the amethyst blocks. I really like the way this is looking. That purple reminds me of the glint on your tools and armor. It has kind of a purplish hue to it. Kind of matches this. I did add in some more spruce and some spruce fences. We got some stripped spruce logs there. I wasn't 100% sold on the stripped spruce in the floor, but I think it's going to work okay. We got the soul lanterns hanging up everywhere for lighting, and even underneath the carpet, if I can find them. Yeah, we got ourselves some shroom light under the carpet to help with the lighting. So this is a spawn-free zone. Took a little bit of time and added in the grindstone and the anvil, and we even completed the ceiling, just kind of stretching that pattern from the back wall all the way down to the front. I thought the spruce across made just some really nice support beams, and tied in the wood of the what are these? The book holder thingies and the bookshelves and the fences that we already stuck up on the walls there. So yeah, job done. Now, I was thinking about saving this part for the video, but you know what? I got tired of using my boat or just climbing over this hill just to get over here, so I went ahead and put our pathway in, and it's a very simple path. Nothing fancy here. Just something that I can walk back and forth between our living area and our enchanting area. A little bit of a cutout here can serve as a dock. I only made the pathway 3 wide, so it made it a little bit of a challenge when it came to lighting. So I added these little, I guess, extensions, which works well with the pillars that I've stuck under here as well. So it's kind of like they added that extra just to add some support to the bridge. And I've got those pillars wherever these occur, except for over here, because of course it's just kind of sitting on the ground. But if we take a look at the starter area now, I think everything is coming together except for all the torches that we have everywhere. But yeah, this is probably one of the best looking starter areas that I've had in a while. I loved the little mining hut that we had in the last season, but this is really coming together very nicely. It's kind of fitting the same theme around. I know the 2 rooms have two different like color schemes and block palettes. But if you look at it, it looks like it all is really tied together rather than just randomly placed around the world. And even some of the elements here tie this to the bridge here, which ties into the hidey hole and even into our stairway to the nether. Yeah, I'm really, really happy with how this area is turning out, which means we can start to focus outward. And that's kind of what I have planned coming up in the next few episodes. So as we visit our farm here real quick to feed our cows up, I want to talk about what we're going to do here in the next few episodes. So next episode, I want to take care of some quality of life things, and that involves building ourselves a super smelter, quote unquote. Now, I'm not going to go huge with that, but I need a better smelting option, not only for my ores, but also for like things like glass, because I have a feeling I'm going to need a lot of glass coming up soon. And yeah, we're getting some beef. I'm going to need some glass and whatnot for some future projects that I know that I'm going to want to do. So I want to have a much more industrial setup for that. I also want to set up a glowberry farm because these glowberry, you can't see them from here. Yeah, you can kind of see that one right there. But those glowberry vines are really nice to have to hang up around as an extra little detail. And that's going to be really simple to set up. It's going to be kind of like a nano farm. But yeah, I think we're going to set those two things up in the next episode. But after that, it's time for us to turn our focus toward the village. Because I think it's time we start playing with villagers. I've got all of these villagers over here trapped, safely secured in their homes. And we need to start breeding them. Oh, how'd you get out? But yeah, I think it's time for us to really start thinking about setting up a breeder and getting our plans together for those activities. So we'll set up a villager breeder, and I think after we get that villager breeder going, it's going to be time to set up an iron farm. Iron is a hot commodity when it comes to farming projects and collection and things like that. So I definitely want to get an iron farm going as soon as possible. And then I think we're going to work on some villager trading. I don't want to go big yet, but I do want to get myself some farmers so that way I can earn some emeralds. And I want to get some librarians so I can get the cool enchantments like mending. I really, really need mending. And that should set us in motion to start to really progress through our world. I know I wanted to take things kind of slow, and I feel like we have. We're 5 episodes in. We just now got enchanting set up. We're still manually crop farming. Yeah, we've got some more refined animal product farms going on, but nothing fancy here. So I think it's time for us to start upping that game. I'm also definitely going to want to get a sugarcane farm going, and there's one other project that you know I want to get to. So I'm pretty sure I alluded to this in the last world, and well, things haven't changed for me in Minecraft. One of my favorite builds to do is a slime farm, and luckily for me, I've got myself a double slime chunk right here, almost directly underneath our starter home, and I've already dug out a couple layers of this just to see how much spawns I can get out of it. I think I've still got some area to light up around these two chunks. So I'm not getting a ton of spawns, but I have collected a little bit of slime from this already. And I kind of want to use the fact that we have 2 chunks side by side to my advantage to see if maybe we can build this a little bit differently than what I'm used to. The slime farm that we built in the last world is typically how I go about it. But we have this extra space. Maybe we do it a little bit differently. Maybe we do. I don't know. So they invented these zoom mods and things like Optifine to zoom in, but all you have to do is this. Zoom, 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 zoom. But that is going to be enough for this episode. I think we've built enough and we've done enough to say, hey, we made some content. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. If you have, leave a like, hit that subscribe button, leave comments, questions, concerns, declarations, manifestos. Well, maybe not manifestos. Those are usually pretty long. But yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Anyway, I'm JoshieBear. I got to start planning out an area to learn how not to stutter. and to build a super smelter. I'm out of here. I'll see you later.